Hi, I'm Donna Scott.
And I'm Ian Scott. We are the Scots.
Yes, the Scots. We've been chatting about this a little bit. So we work with individuals and couples to help them find their way back to themselves, to each other, to God. And we just wanted to share a little bit about who we are and
Mm.
how we know about this. Ian, what would you say? We kind of hit those really crazy. I think that's a good word for it, isn't it? Crazy 15 years or so.
Yeah, we went through some pretty hard stuff. So we kind of learned things the hard way, not in a classroom or in a book, but in just in real life. And yeah, learned some really valuable lessons.
Yeah, that was the meat grinder you called it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Like at the end of those 15 years, we realized that we didn't really know ourselves internally anymore. We certainly knew each other, knew the kids. So it wasn't like it was this big monumental, like, oh my gosh. It was just this slow chipping away. I think that's kind of the way to word it, isn't it?
Yeah. I felt kind of like I was an autopilot, but yet kind of falling behind and just really kind of felt undone, I guess is the way I would word it, and wanted life to be different, but wasn't even really sure if I could make it different.
Yeah. I remember that day I woke up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hardly know myself anymore. I hardly
Mm.
recognize myself in the mirror, not because I physically looked any different, but because I felt so different in my own skin. You know, when we were young, boy, we used to have a ton of fun. And did I see you just looking at me sideways?
No,
Mr. Shifty Eyes.
no, but you're supposed to be looking at the camera, not at me.
Well, we're looking back and forth because we're
Oh,
having a conversation. I told you this is a conversation.
oh, I
Welcome to married life after all these many years.
yes, I still can't get her to listen.
So let's come back to this. As you can tell, we're really used to doing YouTube videos.
Oh, we're starting again.
I think we're posting it just as it
No.
is. But really, what I came to realize was, you know, Saint Irenaeus in the second century said, "The glory of God is man fully alive."
Yeah.
And well, like we were not fully alive anymore, were we, hun?
No, and for me, that's how it felt was like what I knew of the Bible and what I knew of my relationship with God was just like two different things. And so
Oh,
it was learning to meet that together, right? To have that,
yeah.
yeah,
I do remember we used to talk about that a
yeah,
lot, right? Like Jesus said, I came that you may have life and have it
to the full.
to the full, to
Yeah,
abundantly, whichever
yes,
version of the Bible you're
yeah.
reading. And we're like, full and abundant, that must be in heaven.
Yeah,
And then we sat under some teaching that was really amazing. And we
yeah,
heard that actually eternity started a long time back.
yeah.
And so everything that is supposed to be for us for all eternity is actually,
Starting now.
it is.
Yes,
It
in
is.
this life.
That
Yeah,
was a bit of a revolutionary teaching for us, wasn't it? And thing to realize.
yeah.
We, it took a bit. It wasn't overnight, was it?
No.
It started with something really, really simple. I felt like life had passed me by with learning some new things at work, and I'm like, oh, that's for the 20-year-olds or the teenagers coming up, and I'm like, what the heck, man? I've been capable of a lot of really incredible stuff in my life. Why all of
Mm.
a sudden was I thinking that I can't do these things?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I think at the heart of it is um, we think we believe what the Bible tells us a lot more than we really do. And when you actually really believe what it says, it's a game changer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, boy, one of the wake ups that I experienced really was recognizing that I kind of thought God's will, God's bill. We had sat under that kind of mindset for a long
Mm.
time, right? We've been wanting to be full time permanent missionaries for a very vast majority of our marriage, and so that was something we heard so much, and somehow or another, I couldn't even tell you how, I started to believe that if God wanted it to happen in our lives, He would make it happen. And it was at that same time when I had to learn these new things, and it was technology based, no big surprise there, that I started to go, wow, like maybe actually God gave me the ability. God gave us the abilities to do things that we didn't really recognize or think that we could do anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of that chipping away, right? Was
Mm-hmm.
recognizing all these little lies along the
Mm-hmm.
way that we had started to believe about ourselves
Yeah.
and the truths about God and about ourselves that we just
Mm-hmm.
weren't believing anymore.
Yeah.
So it's not like we were unhappy, right? I look back at those days. We raised a couple athletes, so we were on the go. Parents, thankfully, they liked the same sports, so at least we were going in the same direction most of the time. But yeah, life was busy, and it's so easy. We just got caught up in the day to day, and
Mm.
then one day we're like, "Whoo, boy, where did all these years go?" Yeah, recognizing that we wanted that life abundant, we wanted that full life,
Yeah.
and we wanted fulfillment in these years after such active parenting.
Yeah. Everyone's heard that before, there's more, but it's just really true. There is more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is. And so this isn't so much about seeing our journey as it is, this is what we do now. We help people recognize that there's more.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you are in life, you don't have to be stuck. It doesn't matter how stuck you feel. Or maybe you're like, yeah, I'm a little stuck, but I'm not sure what the next step is. And that's what we help people with.
Yeah.
Come back next week and we will give you a little bit more about what it looks like and why pursuing that transformation and heart coming back to life is the key to everything.
Mm-hmm. See you next time. I almost did a peace sign.
I can't believe you did that.